Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here and welcome back to another episode of F1 News. Now in this episode we're going to be talking about a couple of things, but before we get into that, I'm just going to tell you about the sad news that Murray Walker has been diagnosed with cancer. And it's really sad to hear. I mean, he's one of the greatest commentators in the world, not just motorsport, around the world. He is widely known as one of the most thrilling commentators to listen to, and it's really sad to hear this news. But yeah, let's get into this week's news episode. And first off, I want to talk about the sort of battle between Hamilton and Rosberg. Now, an article on Autosport a couple of days back saying that Hamilton was surprised by Nico Rosberg's pace this year and probably a bit scared that Rosberg got the win first. And we all know what a great driver Lewis Hamilton is, but I don't think he expected Rosberg to be quite as fast as him. Let's be honest, I think Hamilton thought he might have a bit of an easier time there at Mercedes, but Rosberg has finally shown he is up there among the top 5 drivers in the world in Formula 1. And I think that is great to see now, you know, even more drivers up there that can be going for the win if the car is in the right place at the right time. Obviously, we saw that he won back in China in 2012, but we didn't really know how good Michael Schumacher was. And we can pretty much safely say now that Michael Schumacher was really quite fast last year. A lot of people were doubting him, including myself. I doubted whether he was really fast enough, but we can see that Hamilton was probably at stages only about the same sort of pace as Schumacher, so you know, that's quite an interesting thing to see Rosberg all the way up there and fighting amongst the greatest drivers at this current era of time. Maybe he's even classed as one of the greatest. Let me know in the comment section, and let me know in the comment section if you had to choose between Rosberg and Hamilton for the, just say for the greatest driver, say there are only 2 drivers in the sport at the moment, which one out of those 2 would you prefer to have in your team as the number 1 driver or whatever? But yeah, be sure to leave a comment because I'm really interested to see, because I know I've got a lot of Hamilton fans subscribed to me as also as Rosberg fans, so it'll be interesting to see who gets the most votes. So yeah, be sure to leave that in the comment section. I'll be reading through them, and yeah, should be interesting to see. Next up, I want to talk about Lotus. Now, they've been complaining at Pirelli making the wrong choice at changing the tyres. They've sort of criticised Pirelli's choice to change tyres in the middle of the season, because Lotus, let's be honest, were really doing quite well with the tyres that they had at the start of the season. Obviously, Kimi Raikkonen played the tyres and the strategy absolutely perfectly in Australia to grab the win, and had a pretty consistent run of points throughout this year. He scored points in every single race, and I think Sebastian Vettel is the only person to be more consistent than him, because he scored more points higher up the table. I think Vettel's not been lower than 4th, which is absolutely crazy, and we can see why he's at the top of the table and nobody else is. And what do you guys think? Because I know there are 11 F1 teams. I'm always going to get that wrong and keep forgetting HRT pull out of the sport like 6 months ago. But out of the 11 teams in the sport nowadays, I'm not sure how many like the tyres and dislike the tyres, because we didn't really hear what Cater and Marussia thought. Maybe their opinions were picked up, but we just never really got told them by the press. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what you guys put in the comment section for this, because what do you guys think? Should they have changed the tyres mid-season, or should they have left the tyres as they were? Because I'm not going to lie, they were a little bit dangerous at the start of the season. We saw in Bahrain and various other places like Spain that the tyres were exploding, and you know, well, not exploding literally, but parts of the tyres were falling off, meaning that the car was undrivable. And but also it did provide some pretty interesting racing at times, but a lot of people say it also provided a lot of, you know, procession races where everyone just follows each other around. So yeah, be sure to leave your comment on those. But yeah, there's not a huge amount of mega news this week, but yeah, it's really quite sad to hear that Murray Walker has been diagnosed with cancer. Yeah, I wish him the best. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, so I'll be back in about a week's time for more F1 news. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the videos until the next news video. Yeah, it's been Alex, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.